Hey all, so I'm here with my tower report for the week. Oh my gosh, it's grown so much in the last week. It was last Friday when I did my last video. That was almost 3 weeks. It'll be 4 weeks on Sunday since I planted my seedlings. So I'm going to turn this camera around here in a second and I'm going to show you what it's done, and then I'm going to talk to you about maintenance and how easy it is, and I'm going to take you through my maintenance routine, and it's really quick and easy, and just give you a good idea of how you're supposed to keep track of all of that. Okay, so here we go. And there it is. All the white is just gradually disappearing. Isn't that fabulous? So I know I talked to you a little bit about last week about some of the maintenance is that you need to just, number one, you need to look at your tower every day. And who wouldn't want to, because it's gorgeous. I walk right by it as I leave my house in the morning and when I come home in the afternoon, and the grow lights are on, and it just kind of gives you peace to see those lights and things growing. So I just keep an eye on it every day, make sure all my plants are looking healthy, nothing is wilting, so everything is looking good, right? Okay, so then last week I talked to you about making sure all of the leaves were pulled away from the grow lights. See how they're all getting longer and bigger and they're sticking out? So you just want to make sure that you're directing them around so that they're not laying directly on the light. And the light's not hot, but it will kind of put a little pock mark on your leaf, and then it'll almost like it zaps the moisture out of it. It kind of dries it out, and so then you can't eat that part. So we don't want to waste that. We want to see, like right here, I've got some leaves that are touching the light. So you just want to keep those pulled away and make sure that nothing is touching. So, and right here I am too. So we'll just keep those all directed to the sides of the grow light. So, and then number two, here's another important one. You need to make sure that there's water in there. And you can see the reflection. I've got about half a load of water in there. And I haven't put any water in since I filled it. So I want to keep it, you can let it get lower, but it's advised to keep it at least half full. So I'll be filling it up this weekend. And then another thing is, do you see that root that's growing into my water? That's from some of these plants on the bottom. Seriously, can you believe how long that root is? So you're going to want to make sure that you keep all of those cleared out of there. So I just reach in, grab the base of the root, and I pull it out. And the only reason you're going to want to make sure you're doing that on a fairly regular basis, like once a week, is probably sufficient, that this will get caught up in your pump and clog your filter. So you don't want to have filter issues and your pump go out on you. So looks like I've got a few more roots here. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So isn't that crazy how that grows that long and down in there? So really cool to watch. Just shows that things are growing well. Okay, so then the next thing you're going to want to do, it's advised that you do it twice a week. I don't always. Ottawa water is pretty good, so I kind of usually know where my water stands, but you're going to want to test the pH. So you want to get 5 milliliters of water, and you want to put your 5 drops of your test solution in there and shake it up. Don't know where my lid went. And then you look at your pH compared to the chart. Now you get a little test kit like this with your basic tower, so you'll have all of this stuff. So it looks like I'm running, I'm real close to where I need to be. I'm probably at a 7, maybe somewhere between 7 and a 7.5. You want to keep it between a 5 and a 7. So I'm going to be adding some acid to it, which you get this too. And I'll probably just put maybe a tablespoon in there. And that'll balance me back up to closer to a 5. And I want to keep it, somewhere between there, generally closer to a 5. But obviously it is not affected the way that my tower is growing. Everything is growing beautifully. The one plant that I lost, I replanted. I planted some, oh my gosh, I can't even think of what it is. I planted a flower that's stinky that bugs don't like. So pest control. Though I haven't seen any aphids, that's another reason why you want to look at your plants every day, just to make sure that you don't have any pest issues or any kind of, you know, other issue that's going on. But everything is looking beautiful, and thanks for joining me. Let me know if you have any questions. And you know, last week I talked about not harvesting yet to let my plants fill out a little bit more. I'm ready to harvest. So these leaves are big, beautiful. The plants can handle having a few leaves pulled off of there. And I believe we'll be having a delicious salad really soon in this house. So I know comparatively, when I rewatched last week's video, these leaves were about half the size they are now. And so I'll be ready to go. So same with my kale. I can start harvesting a few leaves here and there and using in my smoothies. So all right, everyone, have a blessed weekend, and I will be talking to you soon.